This is from the book Outwitting the Devil, right? The Secrets of Freedom and Success. After watching this video might be super long, I can't lie. But after watching this video, you will not lose. I promise you, you won't lose. So check this out, right? So within this book, it's basically an interviewer, right? Let's say the author is interviewing the devil, and he is trying to get the secrets that the devil uses to make humans lose in life, right? And this is the most important secret that he has within this whole book, other than sex transmutation. I made a whole video on that. You should go watch that one. But this one is the power of drifting, that he gets people to go from one profession to another profession, one thought process to another, and just really falling off of your goals. That's his main job and his main purpose, right? But we gonna go straight into it, bro. This is probably one of the greatest books I've read so far, and I've read probably at least 50 books. I can't even lie. So check this. My greatest weapon over human beings consists of two secret principles by which I gain control over their minds. I will speak first of the principle of habit, through which I silently enter the minds of people. By operating through this principle, I wish I could avoid using this word, the habit of drifting. When a person begins to drift on any subject, he is headed straight towards the gates of what you earthbounds call hell. Now the interviewer asks him, describe all the ways in which you induce people to drift. Define the word and tell us exactly what you mean by it. I can best define the word drift by saying that people who think for themselves never drift, while those who do little or no thinking for themselves are drifters. A drifter is one who permits himself to be influenced and controlled by circumstances outside of his own mind. He would rather let me occupy it for himself. A drifter is one who accepts whatever life throws in his way without making a protest or putting up a fight. You feel me? Like think about it, man. Even for me, I'm like growing up poor, you know what I'm saying, my whole fucking life. And other people kind of just want to stay within that way. I'm going to put up that fight, that bitch. I'm going to get rich or die trying. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm going to put up that fight every time, like literally every time. He doesn't know what he wants from life and spends all of his time just getting that. A drifter has lots of opinions, but they aren't his own. Most of them are supplied by me. A drifter is one who is too lazy mentally to use his own brain. That is the reason I can take control of people's thinking and plant my own ideas into their mind. That's what the devil's saying, right? After people are born, I make use of what you earthbounds call environment as a meaning of controlling them. This is where the principle of habits enters. The mind is nothing more than the sum total of one's habits. One by one, I enter the mind and establish habits which lead finally to my absolute domination of the mind. So the interviewer says, it seems that you go out of your way to keep people from thinking. The devil says, yes, accurate thought is the death of me. I cannot exist in the minds of those who think accurately. I do not mind people thinking as long as they think in terms of fear, discouragement, hopelessness, and destructiveness. When they begin to think in constructive terms of faith, courage, hope, and definiteness of purpose, they immediately become allies of my opposition and therefore lost to me. You see what I'm saying? So when you think more positively, when you think more with faith, courage, hope, and definiteness of purpose, you won't lose to the devil. This is why I'm saying, I've realized even throughout my life, I drifted off to certain subjects that I probably shouldn't have done, right? For instance, when I was a kid, my number one goal, right, was to become like a soccer player, a professional one, and win a World Cup for Mexico. That was my dream, literally. And I had my purpose from when I was a kid. I was training day in and day out, getting better and better at soccer and learning from my older friends and peers around me, that I let the emotion like take over me of like I didn't like what I was doing anymore. But it was just like a small emotion that like once you go through that one part of like that hard time, you can like overcome it and learn more about discipline, and you're going to stay on your goal regardless. But I didn't do that. I just stopped playing soccer and basically gave up on my dream, which was like insane to me. But I generally didn't know no better as a kid. Now as I grown up, I've realized like, yo, I drifted off of soccer and I did something else. And you know what I'm saying? I went from like sport to sport and shit like that. But my number one sport was really soccer and really becoming great at it. And I was training day in and day out more than like the average kid would. But I drifted off of my goals, and that's how the devil got me. You see what I'm saying? So this is where in your life you probably gave up on your dream. You probably gave up on a lot of things that you wanted to do because the other people say you can't do it, because your parents said you couldn't do it, because your teacher said you couldn't do it, because your friends are doubting you and saying you can't do it. that is also the devil using them to get in your way and for you to drift off. So, okay, I want to be a YouTuber, but my friends and my parents and everyone's against me and they don't like what I'm doing. All it is that the devil's using them to get you off your goals. So you now quit because, oh, my mom says I can't do YouTube, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. You have your goals and your own vision. You are your own human, your own self. You do what you want to do. And if you stay through it and you stick through the mud, no matter how hard it gets, you won't drift and you will win because you have a definiteness of purpose, like how it says in the book. When they begin to think in constructive terms of faith, you believe in what you're doing. Courage, I know I'm going to do what I'm doing. Hope, I believe and I hope, and I have God with me, so I have hope within me. And definiteness of purpose, you have this in like a little circle that's like, let's say it's a pill that you swallow and you can't, like, you know what I'm saying, go against it. That is it. You know what you're going to do. I know I'm gonna be a YouTuber, so I'm gonna stick to YouTube. I'm not gonna go and stream on Twitch. I'm not gonna stream on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. I'm going to stick to YouTube and stay on that with what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? On my self-improvement. I'm not gonna be talking about motherfucking like some shit out of pocket, out of terms of self-improvement. I want to stick on self-improvement and on my YouTube, so I'm going to do just that. But maybe the devil wants me to like go do Twitch or like hop on Rumble or a whole nother platform. But no, I'm a YouTuber. I stick on that and I have definiteness, aim of purpose. So this is why I can't lose. You see what I'm saying? You're going, after watching this full video, you're not going to lose in whatever you do. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro. Go ahead and tell me more of the methods by which you cause people to drift to hell with you. I cause people to drift on every subject through which I can control independent thought and action. Take the subject of food and health, for example. I cause most people to eat too much food and the wrong sort of food. This leads to indigestion and destroys the power of accurate thought. If the public schools and churches taught children more about proper eating, they would do my cause irreparable damage. When you're eating, even with my diet, this is where like I know that this works. Like, bro, I don't eat nothing until I get my work done. And you might think I'm crazy, but all of the benefits that I'm getting is I have a lot of energy and I'm not even eating carbs. This is the craziest part. I'm not even eating carbs, but you need carbs so that you can have endless energy, right? This is what they always say. And I'm doing my YouTube, I'm editing, and you know, I got a lot of things to do. To, like, even today I did like my oil change and everything like that on my car. So I'm doing a lot of things, and it's not until I check the things that I have off in my checkbook that around 6, 7, 8, even 9 o'clock that I finally get to eat my meal. That one meal, all it is steak and eggs, and it's the same meal over and over. But I understand it helps me with my health, that I'm fasting all day and I'm thinking way smarter and thinking way better and getting better ideas, and I'm sharp and I'm sharp and I'm accurate in my life. So I stay to it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know what it is, even with my health, that I know if I start to eat a big ass meal or, you know, a lot of meals like all the bodybuilder says, I'm not going to be as productive if I need to be on my YouTube and shit. So this shit goes in hand. If you eat too much, your health and what you eat, think about all of like the humans of what the regular humans eat. McDonald's, Burger King, they're consumed by the taste of this food. Burger King, McDonald's, Chinese food, all of this is like processed, not good foods. But if they taught you that like, yo, meat and eggs and cholesterol, eat all of like the regular, you know what I'm saying, like animal based products and shit like that, you're gonna feel way better and healthier. If they taught us this when we were kids, we will be a lot more smarter within our life and be maneuvering way better and not be more tempted to go get that Burger King. You see what I'm saying? The devil says, I teach people to become drifters by causing them to drift out of school into their first job they can find with no definite aim or purpose except to make a living. Through this trick, I keep millions of people in fear of poverty all of their lives. Through this fear, I lead them slowly but surely onward until they reach the point beyond which no individual has ever broken the habit of drifting. Savings, I cause people to spend freely, to save sparingly, or not at all, until I take complete control of them through their fear of poverty. Dominating thoughts, this one's huge. I cause people to drift into the habits of thinking negative thoughts. This leads to negative acts and involves people in controversies and fills their minds with fear, thus paving the way for me to enter and control their minds. When I move in, I do so by appealing to people through negative thoughts, which they believe to be their own. I plant the seeds of negative thoughts in the mind of people through the pulpit. the newspapers, the moving pictures, the radio, and all other popular methods of appeal to the mind. I've caused people to allow me to do their thinking for them because they are too lazy and too indifferent to think for themselves. Think about what, like, within society, of how much bad shit is on social media, right? This book was from a long time ago, so he's talking about newspapers. We don't even consume newspapers. It went from newspapers to TV. Nobody's even watching like the news or anything. Now it's strictly social media, that we are now induced to the habit of drifting and procrastination through TikTok, Instagram, dating apps, everything. It's taking us away from what we got going on in this real world. You see what I'm saying? So this is why I had to delete all of those social medias, had to delete all of the dating apps and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? It is taking me away. It's making me procrastinate. It's making me drift off to something else that I see on social media. You know what I'm saying? You get inspired and induced in a way on social media, which sometimes is a good thing, but it also takes you away from your goals. I'm telling you, bro. No funny shit. So even the radio, what you listen to, if you listen to bad shit, you're going to feel bad. If you're listening to sad music, you're going to feel more sad. But if you're listening to happier music, you're going to feel more happier, right? So do the things in which is going to help you within your life. You know what I'm saying? The interviewer asked, I conclude from what you're saying, that drifting and procrastination are the same. Is that true? The devil says, yes, that is accurate. Any habit which causes anyone to procrastinate, to put off reaching a definite decision, leads to the habit of drifting. So when you're procrastinating, you're not doing that homework, or you're not doing, you know what I'm saying, your YouTube or whatever you got going on, or, you know what I'm saying, you putting aside the gym, that's taking you away off your purpose. That's drifting away from your things. You see what I'm saying? It's drifting away from your goals. So you gotta really know this shit. This is why I realized, like, all of the negative things, like even spending some time with like women. I love spending a lot of time with women and shit, but like, bro, I had to sacrifice it because it's making me drift off into the negative things and not putting me onto my goals of what I have and staying focused on my goals. You see what I'm saying, bro? Laziness plus indifference equals procrastination equals drifting. You see what I'm saying? Laziness. You're lazy. You don't want to do nothing with your life. You all tired and shit. That's a drifter. Indifference. He doesn't know what he's doing. Maybe one day he wants to be a rapper. Next day he wants to be a artist. The next day he wants to be a basketball player. Whatever the fuck. Indifference. He doesn't know what he's doing. And procrastination. You not knowing. You knowing maybe what you want to do, but you're putting it aside. You don't want to go hit the gym today. You don't want to go train. You don't want to do what you got to do. You're procrastinating and you're going on TikTok and you're scrolling all day like the regular human. All of that equals drifting. That's like a big circle of drifting. Check this out. This is really interesting too. Is man the only creature who drifts? Yes, all other creatures move in response to definite laws of nature. Man alone defies nature's laws and drifts when he wills. Everything outside the mind of men is controlled by opposition, by laws so definite that drifting is impossible. I control the minds of men solely because of their habit of drifting, which is only another way of saying that I control the minds of men only because they neglect or refuse to control and use their own mind. This is what I'm saying. You got to use your own mind to really figure out what you want to do in your life. This is what I'm saying. Like a person without purpose in their life. It's like, think about it. They're flowing like within their life just freely, but they have nothing to do. They have nothing to look forward to and to win and get more money or like win within that thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even for people like, even homies I know, people I know around the way, all of them fall into this description of a drifter. And at one point I was too, but like, it was like just thinking about all the homies where they just wake up every day. Even the people who just go to work, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just wake up and you go to work and you have no idea what you really want to do in life. You're just going because you need to pay the bills, but like, you have no plans or purpose or even try to find a purpose, where you just go smoke weed, watch your anime. You know, the job is paying the bills, so you're consistently going to do that. You play your video games. You know what I'm saying? All of this is going to equal you into drifting, and you have nothing to do in your life. I'm telling you, bro. So the question is, what you say leads me to the conclusion that drifting is a weakness which inevitably ends in failure, whether among individuals or nations. Is that your claim? Drifting is the most common cause of failure in every walk of life. I can control anyone who I induce to the form of the habit of drifting on any subject. The reason for this is twofold. First, the drifter is just so much putty in my hands to be molded so into whatever pattern I choose. Because drifters destroy the power of individual into initiative. Second, the drifter cannot get help from my opposition, because opposition is not attracted to anything so soft and useless. The question is this: is that why a few people are wealthy while the majority of people are poor, right? So the devil's answers, that's the exact reason. Poverty, like physical illness, is a contagious disease. You find it always among the drifters, never among those who know what they want and are determined to get just that. It may seem something to you when I call your attention to the fact that the non-drifters, whom I do not control, and those who possess most of the wealth of the world happen to be the same people. The people who think with their own brains, the people who has purpose in their life, the people who wake up and say, I'm going to get what the fuck I want out of this life, no matter what happens, no matter what anyone says, no matter how I feel, whatever. That person is a non-drifter. He has purpose. He knows where he's going. He works towards that goal. If I was like 300 pounds, right? My goal, and my complete goal, would to be get to 200 pounds. I will add the steps, do the work, and put in that work to get to 200 pounds, no matter how I'm feeling, whatever it is. I will do that because I know my purpose. I know what it is. My purpose is to lose 100 pounds, right? But my purpose right now is to really get lit off YouTube and make money from this shit and grow my business and help people really win within their lives. Within this philosophy, you cannot lose. You know what I'm saying? It's only if you want to drift and think of other thoughts and, oh, maybe this day I don't feel good. I don't want to hit the gym. I don't want to do this. Stop being a bitch and focus, bro. This is why even the poor people stay poor. Check this out, bro. You go to any inner city, you see all of the homeless people, right? What got them? The drugs got them. They're all stuck within the drug. They are drifting upon each drug. They went from weed to mushrooms to motherfucking pills to coke and crack. And this is why they're in the streets living that way. But nobody wants to change. Even in the inner city, you see everyone. No one has ambition. Nobody wants to win. They see everyone else be a lame. So they think, okay, since they're lame, since they don't want to do anything within their life, this is my fate. This is what I do. This is what I fall in line because I come from the inner city, or I'm broke, or I'm poor. But bitch, I've been broke my whole life. Bitch, I'm not going to be broke. I know where I'm going to be. I know where I'm headed. I got my plans, and this is why I stay 10 toes down. Because if I fold, that means the devil got me. He won. If I quit YouTube, that means he won. But bitch, he can't beat me because I'm a fucking thinker, and I don't lose. Like, I can't lose. Get rich or die trying. You feel what I'm saying, bro? Fuck what you talking about. I want to say that again. It may mean something to you when I call your attention that the fact that the people who don't drift, whom I do not control, and those who possess most of the wealth of this world happens to be the same people. The people who do not drift, the people who has that plan and that goal and they stick to it no matter what. Those are the people who win. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so now I'm gonna need to take a sip for this because this is a little long, right? But this is going to describe what a drifter is. And if you fall into this category, take self-accountability, raise your hand, say, yeah, I'm a drifter right now, but bitch, I'm not going to be a drifter. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to stay 10 toes down on my goals and stay on my purpose, right? So check this one out. This is going to be a little long, but I'm going to spit my shit. He said, go ahead and describe a typical drifter. Give your description point by point so I can recognize a drifter when I see him. You could just see a drifter, right? This is going to open your eyes to your friends, the people that you know, maybe even you, your mom, your dad, whoever it is. We're all human. Notice and see if these people are drifters. You see what I'm saying? So check it. The first thing you will notice about a drifter is his total lack of major purpose in life. Like I said earlier, the people who do not have their goals, the people who do not want to win, the people who don't want to do what they're supposed to do and do the hard work, all drifters. Think about it, man. I have friends even that they just wake up every day and just go with the flow. They go with smoke some weed, like go with the flow, and it's an inevitable loophole that the devil got them and they want to lose. I had to break out of it. You know what I'm saying? Check this, bro. First thing you'll notice about a drifter is his total lack of major purpose in life. He'll be conspicuous by his lack of self-confidence. I keep it a beam. My confidence is pretty up there. Even someone calls me ego or whatever, or fucking a dickhead or whatever, I see my confidence for what it is. He will never accomplish anything requiring thought and effort. He spends all his earns and more too if he can get credit. He will be, that's just instantly thinks about like the people who go in the middle of the hood. Like this instantly just gives me a flashback to people who, like, for instance, I'll go to a party and I'll know someone who ain't really getting his money, but he'll pop out with like the Balenciaga shoes, Amiri jeans, and like some designer shirt that his whole fit is like $5,000, $6,000. And it's like a alright looking fit, but he still gets no bitches and he goes broke trying to impress other people. You see what I'm saying? Trying to get the credit from other people, trying to get the credit from bitches. You see what I'm saying? Fuck all that. Sick or ailing from some real or imaginary causes, and calling to the high heavens if he suffered the least physical pain. Just basically a bitch. He will have little or no imagination. I think big. I think bigger than you. That's why I'm saying people think I'm like delusional, because my imagination is so big. But like I gotta stop talking about myself for a second. Let me stop. He will lack enthusiasm and initiative to begin anything he is not forced to undertake, and he will plainly express his weakness by taking the line of the least resilience whenever he can do so, basically taking the easy way out. He will be ill-tempered and lacking in control over his emotions. His personality will be without magnetism, and it will not attract other people. He will have opinions on everything but accurate knowledge of nothing. He may be jack of all trades but good at none. He will neglect to cooperate with those around him, even those whom he must depend for food and shelter. He will make the same mistake over and over again without profiting by failure. He will be narrow-minded and intolerant on all subjects, ready to crucify those who may disagree with him. He will expect everything of others, but will be willing to give little or nothing in return. He may begin many things, but he will complete nothing. Right? I know people around the way that one day they want to be a rapper, then the next day they want to be a ball player, the next day they want to be a boxer, the next day they want to be this. It's so crazy. It's just equals drifting. It's bullshitting. They never even take that one step even to the one thing that they say they're going to be. Don't be that person. He will never reach decisions on anything if he can avoid it. And if he is forced to decide, he will reverse himself at the first opportunity. He will eat too much and exercise too little. I said I'm gonna stop talking about me, but bitch, that is not me. Fuck you talking about. He will take a drink of liquor if someone else will pay for it. He will gamble if he can do it on the cuff. He will criticize others who are succeeding in their chosen calling. I never show hate. I never show hate to anyone. I like generally if they're doing something like YouTube, bro, I'm the first to be like, yo, keep at it, keep doing your thing, bro. Like real shit, because I know how tough this shit is. You know what I'm saying? He will criticize others who are succeeding in their chosen calling. Never. In brief, the drifters will work harder to get out of thinking than most others work in earning a good living. He will tell a lie rather than admit his ignorance on any subject. Never me. I keep it 1,000. Like, I know when I did wrong and I'm acting like a dickhead. I know it. Like, I tell y'all this all the time, too. But, like, even in my day-to-day life, I take accountability for everything. Even if it really isn't around my fault or whatever, I still will somehow find a way that it's my fault. You see, taking accountability is a major thing for a man, right? If he works for others, he will criticize them to their backs and flatter them to their faces. Never in my life, you ew, you're a scum. If he works for others, he will criticize them to their backs and flatter them to their faces. I keep it 1,000 with everyone. I don't give a fuck. I got a problem, bitch. I'm gonna have to tell you it. Like, you did. You have now given me a graphic description of the drifter. Please now describe the non-drifter so that I may recognize him on sight. Check this out. This is for the people who want to win. This is for us. If you watch this video, this is for us, right? Check this the fuck out. This is huge and big right here, bro. Pause. That needs a big pause, but check it. The first sign of a non-drifter is this. He's always engaged in doing something definite through some well-organized plan which is definite. He has a major goal in his life towards which he is always working, and any minor goals, all of which I lead towards his central scheme. The tone of his voice, the quickness of his step, the sparkle in his eyes, and the quickness of decisions clearly mark him as a person who knows exactly what he wants and is determined to get it no matter how long it may take or what price he must pay. You think this is what I say every time. This was even before I watched this video. This is why, I read this book. This is why I gave myself some credit when I was reading this shit. Like, I was so happy. I was like, yo, like, that explains Patrick. Like, that explains me. Like, oh my God, I want to read that again, right? I'm going to read this again, just really like, yo, this, I just got turned again. The first sign of a non-drifter is this. He's always well engaged in doing something definite through some well-organized plan which is definite. He has a major goal in life towards which he is always working, and many minor goals, all of which lead towards his central scheme. The tone of his voice, the quickness of his step, the sparkle in his eyes, the quickness of his decisions clearly mark him as a person who knows exactly what he wants and is determined to get it no matter how long it takes or what price he must pay. You feel what the fuck I'm saying? That's what I say in damn near every video. I'm doing this for 10 years on YouTube. I done said this shit. This was before I read this book, bro, or this chapter even. I said, like, if you hit the gym for 10 years, you're going to be strong. I've done this. I'm never going to stop hitting the gym. I'm probably never going to stop YouTube as well. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, you have to have these purpose and these goals, and all of that other shit takes it away. This is why, like, I get, like, I'm type enthusiast. Like, I have an enthusiastic type of, like, personality where I'm type lit, where I'm type screaming. I'm type, like, really just lit and happy within my videos because they mean a lot to me, and that, like, this world and what I'm doing in my own world and my perspective and my reality, this means the most to me. So I devote all the time towards this. Is why I tell you, stop texting the hoes, stop watching porn, get off Tinder, get off video games, all of that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Partying, drinking, smoking, all of those vices, you got to get rid of them to see your true potential. I made that video, go fucking watch that. But this is deep, you feel me? If you ask him questions, he gives you direct answers and never fall back on evasions or resorts to subterfuge. I don't know what that word meant. He extends many favors to others, but accept favors sparingly or not at all. He will be found up front whether he is playing a game or fighting a war. If he does not know the answers, he will say so frankly. Never lie. He has a good memory, never offers an alibi for his shortcomings. He never blames others for his mistakes, no matter if they deserve the blame. He's used to be known as a go-getter, but in modern times he is called a go-giver. You will find him running the biggest business in town, living on the best street, driving the best automobile, and making his presence felt wherever he happens to be. I'm not yet to like driving the best car, but my presence is felt everywhere. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a go-getter, not a fucking question. You dig? He is an inspiration to all who come in contact with his mind. You see what I'm saying? This is why I need you to think like me, because, bitch, I'm telling you, I found the information and the knowledge. Please listen. Just hit the subscribe. Even if you don't want to watch my videos, one day you're going to click on that shit and you're going to learn some shit for your brain. Please subscribe, bro. This is for your own good. I'm telling you. The major distinguishing feature of the non-drifter is this. He has a mind of his own and uses it all for purposes. Is that not Patrick? I love you, bro. You're going to win, bro. But think about this shit. The purpose comes first before anything. Before the woman, before the hoes, before the partying, the drinking, the smoking. All of those people don't know this information. All of those people do not want to win as bad as you. So you got to sacrifice it. I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, really, though. And I'm in this monk mode phase where it's really going to happen. Like, I'm going to do what I do every single day. And ever since I've been starting my monk mode, like, seriously, it's been fun. Like, I don't even see this editing shit as boring. Like, I edit like 2 videos the first thing I wake up in the morning, bro. Like, that's like, you see this video is already 30 minutes. Other videos are up to 40 to an hour. Some videos 20. But, like, bro, first thing in the morning, I'm getting it done. I'm understanding what it is to be an entrepreneur, to be a businessman, to win. And it's fun. It feels like it's more fun than even going to partying, but that's a whole different story for a whole nother video. You see what I'm saying? The non-drifter has a mind of his own and uses it all for purpose. Can you think of someone you know who fits the description? Is that person the non-drifter? Bitch, that's me. Fuck you talking about? That's what the question was. But check this one out. Big right here. Is the non-drifter born with some mental, physical, or spiritual advantages not available to the drifter? So every human can do this, right? No. The major difference between the drifter and the non-drifter is something equally available to both. It is simply the prerogative right of each to use his own mind and think for himself. Think about what you want to do in your life, not what other people tell you have to do, what other people need you to do. Bitch, I'm doing what I do in my life because this is my life. I'm not doing anything to please other people, whatever. I'm doing what I do in my life because this is my pure happiness and this is what I get fulfillment from. So I'm going to do what my heart desires and I will win. And I won't drift off because I love to do this day in and day out. You see what the fuck I'm saying? What brief message would you send to the typical drifter that you wish to cure him of this evil habit? And this might be you, so listen. I would admonish him to wake up and give. Give what? Some form of service useful to as many people as possible. So the non-drifter is supposed to give, is he? Yes, if he expects to get, you feel what the fuck I'm saying? And he must give before he gets, yes. Some people doubt that you exist. I wouldn't worry about that if I were you. Those who are ready to be converted from the habit of drifting will recognize the authenticity of this interview and by its soundness of counsel. The others are not worth the trouble it would take to convert them. Why do you not try to stop me from publishing this confession I am bringing from you? Because that would be the sunrest of all ways to guarantee you will publish it. I will have a better plan than trying to suppress publication of my confession. I will urge you to go ahead with the publication, then sit back and watch you suffer when some of my faithful drifters begin to make things hot for you. I will not need to deny your story. My followers will do that for me. See if they don't. Think about it. The devil has, like, I'm sorry, the people who do not like have ambition or have definiteness of purpose or have a goal in their life, they will do anything to defend that, like in a way that they cope, why they're not successful, why they're not the place that they need to be. Oh, it's because of this, or it's because of that, or it's because of this person, or I was born this way, or I was born this way, or I was born here, I was born there. But none of them did they take accountability for what they do within their life. You see what I'm saying? Other people have it worse than others. But we all heard stories of people coming out the motherfucking mud and getting it out the mud, right? So you can do it too. It's whether you want to drift, cope, and like be like, okay, man, I'm from the city, or I'm from this the hardest part in like a different country, and you want to give up and you want to drift and you don't want to do nothing, you don't want to take accountability, and you want to be a bitch and you don't want to get this motherfucking money, then yeah, you raise your hand, say I'm a bitch, I'm a drifter, and I won't get what I'm supposed to get within this world, because you can get anything that you want to get. You see what I'm saying? Knowing that indeed this book was not published for more than 70 years after Hill wrote these words, I am intrigued and anxious to learn what else he will reveal. There are plenty of fireworks still ahead. I'm going to go over this book because this book was different. And if you listened and watched this video, bro, shout out to you. But think about this too. Like how he said, some of these people aren't even worth saving because they are so deep down within the devil's path that he took them off of their pathway fully of their dreams and their goals and inspiration, that they tell other people you can't do that you can't do this, you can't do that. And their whole life is based around living in reality. Bitch, that is their reality. They couldn't do it. I can do whatever I think I can do. This is so powerful. Even for your parents, I'm telling you, they tell me on a day-to-day basis that I can't do this, I can't do that. Watch me, motherfucker. Like, I'm sorry, just watch me. I'm going to do everything I say I'm going to do. And I stand on that. You know what I'm saying? There is no drifting. It's straightforward and head. I understand how to control my emotion as well. I know, oh, I don't want to do it today, bitch. I'm going to do it just because I know I don't want to do it today. That makes it so much more powerful as a man. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have all of these keys after learning a lot of this knowledge and this power. You can open to any door that you need, and you can become successful and win within that door or whatever you're doing. But even then, I told y'all, some people, bro, I told y'all, you can't save them. They are so fully coped within the devil that they will defend every little thing with the devil of why they're not successful. And alright, my boys, so my fucking phone storage has went out. So that was basically the end of the video. All I wanted to say was that other people would like gonna basically just kill your dreams, and that's just what it is. But I also made a whole separate video on that, basically going over that with a great story. So you guys are going to probably see that after this video. So go tomorrow, hit that subscribe button so tomorrow you can really go watch that fucking video I'm talking about. That shit's gonna be crazy, right? And that's honestly one of my favorite videos because that's an important lesson, to not let other people control your dreams and your reality. So subscribe for that. And you know what I mean, I'm making that Patreon. As you guys know, I'm still in the fucking lab. I had a lot of things to do, so you know what I mean, everything now is like kind of situated, so I'm good for now. I'm good. Monk mode is really about to be in full effect. Probably gonna get a video every fucking day, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean, I was out for like 5 days on like kind of a vacation, like down up north and shit like that. I had things to do, so you know what I mean, I love y'all, bro. The Patreon's still in the works, so you know, be ready for that. And please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, bro. And take your ass outside, bro. It's beautiful out. You see me out here, man. It's beautiful out. Go outside. And please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, bro. And if you want a one-on-one consultation, I'm gonna leave that in the description below as well. So stay yourself, stay 300, and whatever you do in life, trust me, I believe in you, bro.